¿Te gusta?
Me encanta. No deberías darme tantos caprichos.
¿Y por qué no? ¿A quién mejor que a ti?
Le conocí en una fiesta y me hechizó.
Me enamoré del nombre, Jasmine.
Oh, it always astounds me, when you speak to parents of children in the States, how many children are medicated. I mean, it's a real culture of medication, and the people. I mean, it's not alone in America, but you meet a lot of people who have been on mood stabilizers or antidepressants, and I think too because we're very isolated. It's very difficult to be truly intimate with people. And also I think there's this whole cult of happiness that somehow we think that happiness is a state that we should constantly be feeling. I mean, when does that happen? I mean, happiness is an elusive thing that we might experience true happiness every now and again. And I think that it means that when disaster happens, we don't know how to deal with those situations because it shouldn't be happening. So, I mean, I think there are a lot of Jasmine or parts of Jasmine out there for sure. She feels like a very contemporary creation.
Nunca he estado en San Francisco. Me voy a quedar con mi hermana.
¡Jasmine! ¡Oh, Dios mío!
¿Cómo estás? Tu casa es acogedora. Ha habido turbulencias. La comida horrible. Para ir en primera clase, no sé.
I think you're right. I think Woody never makes issue films. But he's certainly always connected to the zeitgeist. I mean, that's why his films are timeless, because they feel very much of the moment, but yet he's got this constant sort of existential examination of why are we here? What does it mean? Why? What am I doing here? Who are you to me? Who am I to you? And I think that's what makes his films last. And I think that's definitely within the story of Blue Jasmine. But the other thing that I think is emblematic of if to look at his body of work, is he's really interested in the boundary between fantasy and reality. And sometimes he does that in a more obvious way, like jumping out of the cinema screen, And sometimes it's in the character of Jasmine that she has a very well-developed sense of the character of herself, who she's trying to act to be, the fantasy sense of self, but a very slim grip on reality. And I think it was probably, he just pushed that further in this film.
Pues cuando estaba forrada pasaba de ti un huevo. Ahora que está arruinada se viene a vivir contigo.
No solo está arruinada, está muy tocada.
Se ría de mí. ¿Me oyes?
I'd thought, oh well, it's not going to happen. He's obviously, not every director is interested in what you have to offer, and nor should they be. And I thought, well, I know a lot of people and of a lot of people who've worked with him, and maybe he's just not, I'm not someone he's interested in. So I was completely blindsided when my agent said he wanted to speak with me.
Ginger me ha contado la movida. Un día estás en lo más alto y al otro resulta que estás con un golfo. ¿Y cuánto piensas quedarte con Ginger?
Nadie tiene más ganas de largarse de aquí.
I found him incredibly pragmatic and unpretentious, and he was kind and brutal, often in the same, a bit like his films, He would say when he didn't like something, and he would move on when he did. And and he wanted the actors to throw themselves at the material. And sort of, I think maybe that's what I do on stage as well in rehearsal, is you just think, I'll just try this. And if it doesn't work, the director will tell me, and it's often by going down the wrong path that you work out what the right path is. I think the challenge with film is there's very little time to find the right path. So I knew, because of the speed that Woody works at, that I'd had to be really prepared with a lot of ideas.
Solo estás con fracasados porque eso es lo que crees que te mereces y por eso nunca tendrás una vida mejor.
¡Ella pasa de ti! ¡Es una falsa!
¿Podéis dejar de pelearos? Me encuentro fatal. No sé, el calmante llega con retraso. Ansiedad, pesadillas y una crisis nerviosa. Hay un límite de traumas soportables antes de que una salga a la calle y empiece a pegar gritos.